So now, Paul, in prison in Rome, is writing to the Philippian church, the church in Philippi, which is undergoing intense persecution. And he says to them, don't worry about anything. Don't worry about anything. But in everything that you're facing in Philippi, bring it to the Lord in prayer and supplication with thanksgiving. Make your request known to God. I wanted to share that with you to see that this isn't just some odd verse in the New Testament that I picked out, but it has tremendous meaning to the people who receive that, and I believe it has meaning for us today. I just heard a testimony just last night. A man had escaped from North Korea, and it's a long story how he got out. But he was remembering when he thought Pyongyang was the greatest city in the world. He was brainwashed as a child and grew up there. But then they took him, he was in high school, and they took him to the grounds to watch an execution. And he watched the soldiers shoot and kill a woman who had been charged with treason. And they didn't just shoot her. Each guard came out and shot her 9 times. And he said, the interviewer said, well, what was her crime? And he said, she escaped. She went across the border of North Korea into China and met some missionaries there. And she read a Bible, and she got saved. And she came back across the border, back into North Korea to share with her family, and they turned her in. And she was found guilty and sentenced to death. This is this year. Now, this kind of persecution. And so, don't worry about anything. We've got to understand what that means. This phrase, be anxious for nothing. Your version of the Bible might say, don't worry about anything. Be anxious for anything. But the opposite of worry is trust in God. That's the opposite. That's why it's so important that we read this. When I worry about all this, I've got this list of things that I need to worry about, usually around 2 o'clock in the morning on Saturday night. What I'm saying is, I don't trust in God. I don't believe that God is sovereign. I don't believe God has a will for my life. I don't believe that God's working out His will for my life. That's what I'm saying. When I worry about these things, what's going to happen? I'm showing a lack of trust and faith in my Heavenly Father. It's a lack of faith. Jesus often said to His disciples, you of little faith.